As DJ Khaled likes to say, another one. Hi, everybody. I'm Jim Rodriguez, and welcome to another one of Dodgers Latest here on our YouTube channel. Want to thank you for helping us grow. Keep ticking up those subscribers. Like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends. We love you that you're part of our community here on Dodgers Latest. And you can always hit me up on Twitter, formerly Twitter, now X, and Instagram at JRodShow. Love to hear from you. Always got a lot of good stuff on there as well here for our Dodger community. All right, let's get to it. Shohei Ohtani, man, he is unstoppable. His third straight game with a home run. He now has 20 home runs this season. He's the first to hit 20 home runs in 2025, and he ties Cody Bellinger for the most home runs by a Dodger in franchise history. That goes back to Brooklyn for the most home runs before June 1st. And he still got a couple of days before that as the Dodgers finish their series in Cleveland today. And Shohei is in the starting lineup. It's a day game. The Dodgers will then take Thursday off, head back to the West Coast, and open up a weekend with the New York Yankees. Yeah, that's going to be all eyes in Dodger Stadium over the weekend as the Yankees come to Dodger Stadium. Dodgers starting a 7-game homestand. It's an all-New York series, right? It's going to be the Yankees for 3 and then the New York Mets for 4. But for Shohei, I mean, it's amazing what he's doing, right? And that home run he hit yesterday, it didn't even almost seem like he got it, right? He went the other way, kind of, they called it almost like a helium ball. He just kind of floated it over the big wall in left field for Cleveland. And this is all a guy who, by the way, we're only seeing, quote-unquote, half of Shohei. Remember, he is still hell-bent on pitching this year. And with the Dodgers' injury struggles, that could be much needed. And yeah, you see that on the menu. It'll be Yamamoto is having an injury problem. Yeah, we'll get into his update for Yoshinobu. But for Shohei, still in the lineup, still playing every day, DHing at the top of the lineup. Can he go for 4 straight home runs in terms of games played? And can he set the all-time franchise record for most home runs before June 1st? We shall see. We've got some time. And, of course, for Shohei, it's an amazing thing what he's done and what gets me more than anything else. I mean, obviously we've seen this little celebration, right? His little commercial that he did in the offseason. Listen, I'm not trying to pick on the Angels, who, by the way, are low-key kind of trying to get it right. They just signed Chris Taylor, and they've got a nice winning streak. You don't almost have seen a lot of emotion from Shohei when he was at the Angels, right? I know he had just gotten to the big leagues, and he's just trying to find himself, but for me, I see a guy that is exciting. He's smiling. He's interacting with his teammates. You see him kind of. You looked at him when he was kind of giving like hand signals to Hyun Kim about maybe stealing home. He's having fun out there. And I've always said your clubhouse is a direct reflection of your superstar. And when he is your superstar and the way he acts and he goes out there on a day-to-day basis, both production on the field and what he is in terms of a leader and the fun he's having, you could just tell how it trickles down in an already loose, fun championship clubhouse. Shohei Ohtani is doing some things. All right, speaking of doing some things, the M&M guys, Michael and Max, Conforto and Muncy, good to see you. They each hit a home run last night. Conforto got one. Muncy hit a 3-run homer to put the game away. For Max Muncy, what a struggle it's been, right? He's been making a lot of errors at third base. You can just tell he's feeling it. He had a fan get after him in Chicago. And for Conforto, shoot, they were calling it the biggest bust of the year. And if you go on the social media, that's why social media is undefeated. There was a great sort of split screen with Conforto hitting a home run and the great UFC announcers, right? John Adik, Joe Rogan, and the great champion. There was a big knockdown in their big reaction where they kind of sit back and look. Well, they played that side by side with Conforto hitting a home run, and it's funny, it's just maybe cruel, but at the same time you got to be able to laugh. And Conforto even said after the game, when he hit that home run, as soon as the ball left at bat, all he could hear was Kike Hernandez howling from the dugout. So that means they're for his teammate. They're wishing him the best. He's been taking extra batting practice, and it seems to be paying off. Listen, the Dodgers, Need Conforto. They need Muncy for that thunder from the left side. They're not playing today because the Guardians have a left-handed pitcher on the mound today. So no Conforto, no Max Muncy. So they'll be able to sort of enjoy the fruits of a great night out last night. Each of them hitting a home run, trying to get better. I mean, Conforto's only hitting 172. Max is hitting 212. But at least they got off the snide. Take today off. Thursday's a travel day. They're off there. And then go full bore when the Yankees come to town. Yeah, well, we talked about how it's a businessman special. It's a day game in Cleveland, and it's Kershaw Day. That's right. Clayton Kershaw on the mound, hunting close to 3,000 strikeouts. He's 29 strikeouts away from that magic number. Pretty much the only thing left in his historic Hall of Fame career for the Dodgers. And for Kershaw, we'll see how rested he is. Remember, he pitched Friday at the start of this road trip in New York in Citi Field, and he left after 2 innings. Thankfully, it wasn't any injuries or anything. They had a rain delay, so they didn't want to mess around with Clayton. He pitched 2 innings, no hits, no runs, had 1 strikeout, so now he's down to 29 to get to 3,000. But he will be on the mound today, trying to get the Dodgers up and out of there with a sweep in Cleveland, try to make it a winning road trip. Remember, they lost 2 out of 3 in Queens, and now they won the first 2 games of this series in Cleveland, so try to make it a 4-2 road trip, come home. Dodgers 34-21 atop the National League West, and it's always good to see Clayton Kershaw on the mound. It'll be great to see what the eye test does for us, to see if Clayton is well. It's his 3rd start of the season. Got banged up his first time out against the Angels. Looked good against the Mets until Mother Nature spoiled it. So we'll see what he has for us in store on the mound today in Cleveland. And finally, the last bit of news. Yeah, it just seems that it's always going on with the Dodgers. There's an injury update with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He pitched Monday to start this series, snapped the Dodgers' 2-game losing streak, went 6 innings, was dominant, but was pulled after 88 innings. Why? Well, if you remember in that play, there was a bunt play. In that game, there was a bunt play, and Yamamoto fielded the ball, and sort of Freddie Freeman and Yamamoto got caught in sort of no man's land. Freddie wasn't going to be able to beat the runner to first, so Yamamoto fielded the ball, ran to first, kind of bent over and tagged the runner going to first base, got the out. Headsy plays by Yamamoto, but he had some hip discomfort, right? Dave Roberts called it a hip issue. So he pulled him early, 88 pitches. We don't know if he's going to miss a start. We're sort of waiting to see how it is. They were, caution, better part of valor. And that sets up what's going to happen this weekend with the Yankees. Well, we know if you go by the rotation, tomorrow's an off day, so that almost it helps us as an extra starter. So it looks like it'll be Tony Gonsolin on Friday. Dodgers will make this official either after the game in Cleveland today or tomorrow. But if you go by the rotation, looks like Tony Gonsolin will go Friday. Landon Knack would be set to pitch Saturday against the Yankees. He had a great outing Sunday night against the Mets. And then it would be Yamamoto's turn on Sunday, and that would be with an extra day's rest because of Thursday's days off. So we're hoping the hip is okay. We're hoping it was just maybe kind of just a weird kind of movement, a very non-pliable baseball movement. The rest, the extra day, will help Yamamoto, who has been the unquestioned ace of this team. ERA under 2, has stopped 3 Dodger losing streaks already, and has been the unquestioned ace, and by my accounts, with all due respect to Paul Skeens, the Cy Young Award winner in the National League, and they already got the MVP with Shohei Ohtani. All right, I'm Jim Rodriguez. Remember, hit me up on Instagram and on X at JRodShow. Tomorrow's an off day. We'll have some news on Evan Phillips, what's going on with more of these injuries, and hopefully Yamamoto will not be part of that injured list. All right, let's have some fun. Day game, and then some off days, and then the Yankees. Good times ahead. Remember, it's always time for Dodger baseball.